Hacienda Ford would like to thank those on the front lines for your sacrifices, your commitment, and for keeping us safe. Thank you.
And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another broadcast on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you, coming to you, Hidalgo, Texas. And it's a Friday night special as we're in the quarterfinals of the 6th annual Hidalgo Pirate Classic. And this time, it's going to be a couple of teams outside the Rio Grande Valley in this quarterfinal matchup. Dickinson in the blue uniforms with the white trim taking on Roosevelt's Rough Riders. It's going to be a Houston-San Antonio mix. And away we go with this quarterfinal game. Dickinson with the ball, and they'll start play. The Gators in the blue uniforms with white trim, and they'll bring it to the front court. Deuce Guidry brings it to the left-hand side. They'll see some athletic play by this Roosevelt team. Here's a shot on the way by Horton that won't go. Rebound, pinballs into the hands of David Atkins for the Rough Riders of Roosevelt. Roosevelt out of San Antonio area. Works the ball around the perimeter. To the top of the key, it goes to Angelo Smith. Attacks the goal. That shot won't go. Rebound comes out into the hands, though, of Osiris Brooks. Pass it outside to Noah. There's a shot that won't go. That's Isaiah Nash. Missed. Rebound by Tremon Mark. Dickinson, the Gators back into the front court. Again, they're without the services of Quante Julian, their premier point guard. The junior is out with an ankle injury. Won't be working here in this ball game. Staten lines up a three and hits it. That's Byron Staten for the Dickinson Gators. Now a 3-on-1 break on the backside of the press, and the layup goes up and in, made by Isaiah Nash. Pressure by Dickinson, and Roosevelt made him pay. 3-2 ball game. 6:55 to go in the first quarter of play. Dickinson with the basketball in the front court. Straight up man-to-man defense as Osiris Brooks comes out to guard Guidry. Now a switch off as it'll be Rashad Owens draws the assignment, and now back out comes Brooks. Weaving to the right side is Guidry. Top of the key. Now a force pass inside, and he catches and puts it up and in. That's Jalen Wiedermeyer. 5-2 lead for Dickinson out of the gate. Roosevelt with the ball. Roosevelt in the San Antonio area. Working it on the right-hand side. Contact. Shot goes up. That one's short. Rebound by Dickinson and then a foul call. Angelo Smith was looking more for contact than to make the shot. And that sometimes can be a big-time trap when you're talking about players playing at this level, at any level for that matter. If you're going to go up with the intent to get fouled, it's not always going to be the result. Most coaches will tell you, go up with the intent of making the shot. If you get fouled, so be it. On the drive, Dickinson, they'll fire a pass overhead. Tremon Mark, and he's fouled on a hand check. They'll call that on David Atkins. That'll be his first. Back here, live action coming to you from Hidalgo. In the blue uniforms, it's Dickinson. They're out of the Houston area. Roosevelt in the white uniforms out of San Antonio. Tremon Mark backs it away from traffic. He's picked up defensively by Rashad Owens. Takes it off the dribble between the two circles, launches a three, and misses that one off the mark. Long rebound comes out into the hands of Deuce Guidry. Gators will get another look. Guidry puts it on the floor. Backs it outside. Open three by Staten. Hit one earlier. Hits another. Byron Staten with back-to-back threes. He's got 6. The team's up by 6. Here comes Roosevelt. The Rough Riders in the front court. Forced pass, but back in the hands of Osiris Brooks. Gets it in the lane. Running one-hander. Goes up and in by Rashad Owens. Owens with his first 2 points of the ball game. 5:52 to go here in the first quarter. Dickinson back with the ball. They've led from the early start after the Byron Staten three. Off the dribble is Guidry. Takes it to the baseline. There's a shot that goes up and a foul call that's going to send Tremon Mark to the line. Rashad Owens picks up the foul. Stops play with 5:11 to go in the first quarter. The winner of this will take on the Westlaco Panthers tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Free throw on the way. Rolls in for Tremon Mark. First point for the game for Tremon Mark. Second one coming up. That one's good too. Substitution off the bench. Kelvin Walker checks in for Dickinson, and he'll replace Mark. Full court pressure by the Dickinson Gators. Rough Riders from Roosevelt have the ball. In the backcourt, they'll bring it up into a trap and through a trap. Angelo Smith then gets fouled. He split between Kelvin Walker and Staton. 5:04 to go in the first quarter. Osiris Brooks brings it up into the front court. They'll try to trap him. He'll throw over the top of that to Smith, and he stepped out of bounds. It was a high pass in the direction of Smith. He went up to get it, came down on the line. Gives the ball back to the Gators. Gators were tested yesterday by Los Fresnos. It took a last-second shot to beat them by 3. And they're trying to get back to the championship game. They won this tournament last year. Off the dribble is Williams. Williams hands it off to Guidry. Guidry in traffic. He gets fouled. This time they'll get the foul on Atkins, and that'll be his second. And Deuce Guidry will step to the free throw line for the Gators out of Houston, Texas. Quante Julian, their junior guard, was out shooting around with the team, but you can still see he was a little ginger on that ankle. Free throw rolls in by Deuce Guidry. He'll get a second here with 4:43 to go in the first quarter play. Those watching it live on the social media side, be sure you share the link or make sure you like it. Help us pass the word around to those out on the social media who may not know that their team or a team they're interested in is playing. 12-4 lead. Now the Rough Riders got to be careful, and they don't. They turn the ball over. And this pressure right now by Dickinson is forcing problems for Roosevelt. Dickinson basketball. Guidry has it. Works off the dribble against Osiris Brooks. Hands it off to Malik Williams. Williams on a weave, gets it to Walker, back to Guidry. Guidry puts it on the floor, back over it goes. Big step by Williams, takes it into the paint, got fouled just as he got there. That'll be another foul on Atkins. That'll be his third. So he'll have a seat for a while for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Dickinson ball, nice catch by Staton. Bounce pass out to Walker. Go back in the paint, turnaround jumper up and in, made by Gary Horton. For Horton, his first 2 points, and the lead extends to double digits for Dickinson. Basketball belongs to Roosevelt. There's a near steal as Staton swats that one into the stands. And this Dickinson team is playing with a lot more urgency than what they did in that game against Los Fresnos yesterday. Falcons came at him with a lot of pressure, and the Falcons never backed down. Were beaten finally by a last-second shot. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Osiris Brooks brings it ahead for Roosevelt. To Angelo Smith. Now to Owens. In the corner it goes. Isaiah Nash. Double team. Gets it out to Smith. Penetrates in. Hangs in the air. Missed the shot. Rebound tipped out. Osiris Brooks right there for it. Gets it out for a 3 by Nash. That's a short shot. Rebound comes down, and it's all the way out of the hands of Kevin Heisen. Heisen over it goes on the baseline to Smith in the paint. A shot misses, this time by Owens, and finally Dickinson gets a stop and the Gators have the ball. Multiple opportunities that time for Roosevelt to score. Dickinson, Deuce Guidry takes it in the paint, gets it back outside to Walker. Walker sets up shop, now slips and falls and turns it over. Here comes Heisen with a quick pass ahead to Smith. Smith for the layup, made it. Heisen to Smith off the turnover. Rough Riders get a couple of points. 3:06 to go in the first quarter. Slow the pace down now with Kelvin Walker bringing it across for the Gators. Now he gets to the free throw line, whips a pass over left side. Big step, and here comes the move by Horton. Around the perimeter, here's another Staton 3. This one won't go. Made his first 2, misses this one. Long rebound, Angelo Smith in the front court. Hands it off. Layup missed by Osiris Brooks, and he goes to the line. Stops the clock with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Brooks hasn't scored yet. So far, Angelo Smith, Rashad Owens, and Isaiah Nash with 2 points apiece for the Rough Riders. Brooks' first one rolls in. 2 substitutes, make it 3 substitutes off the bench. Here comes Jalen Wiedermeyer back in the game. Ronnie Nguyen into the ball game, and Malik Williams. All for Dickinson. Meanwhile, Brooks hits the second free throw. The lead down to 6. Dickinson, the Gators with the basketball. Here comes Wynn. Wynn in the front court, lobs it up high. Caught there by Wiedemeyer. Turns, goes to work, rolled it in. Wiedemeyer with the basket. He's got 4. Pressure backs off now by the Gators. They'll pick him up at half court. Rough Riders throw it away. On the turnover, here come the Gators in the front court. There's a strip and a ball goes out of bounds. Touched last by Roosevelt. It'll be Dickinson basketball. You're watching the quarterfinals here of the 6th annual Pirate Classic, and a whistle and a timeout called. Teams want to talk. 8 points separate them. Dickinson with the lead. Back after this on Real Sports Live.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here after the timeout, the Rough Riders out of Roosevelt, first team back on the floor. They're out of San Antonio, Texas. And then out of the Houston area comes the Dickinson Gators in the blue uniforms with the lead as we resume play here with 2:19 to go in the first quarter. Wynn will throw it in from the baseline for the Gators. Sets him in motion. Gets it in. Wiedemeyer with a catch. Now back to Wynn. They quickly guard him. They better. He's a shooter. And he can light it up in a hurry. Walker has the basketball for Dickinson. Takes it off the dribble into a lot of contact. Here's Wynn. He was open and he misses that one. Rebound comes down in the paint. A lot of contact for that. And that ball's off of Rashad Owens. It'll stay here. Most every rebound in this ball game will be contested, as will be every shot. Lob out high to Wiedemeyer. Tracks it down to the midcourt stripe. Hands it off to Tremont Mark. Mark back in the ball game. Hands it off to Wiedemeyer. Nice layup, good. Assist Tremont Mark. Basket Wiedemeyer. He now leads the team in scoring with 6 here in the first quarter. On the drive, here come the Rough Riders into contact. That one goes up off the mark. Rebound comes out long to Wynn. Wynn has no numbers. He'll back it back outside. Across the timeline, it was touched, so he can go get it. Gets it back to Tremont Mark. Mark with the ball. Looks to dribble. Crossover. Takes it inside. Hangs in the air with the left hand. Can't finish. Rebound inside Wiedemeyer. Misses that point-blank shot. Rebound taken down by the Rough Riders. Outlet pass, and here comes Osiris Brooks. Quick pass ahead for a layup. It's up and in. Brooks spotted Kevin Eisen, and Eisen puts it in. He's now got his first 2 points. Minute 6 to go in the first quarter. Here comes Malik Williams. Williams guarded, given some room by Isaiah Nash, who now creeps up a little closer. Crossover dribble. Here comes Williams into the free throw line, and a foul is going to be called on Nash. That'll stop the clock with 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Substituting off the bench, Deuce Guidry returns for Dickinson. Here comes Sean Moore in for Roosevelt. Wynn will trigger the inbound play for the Dickinson Gators. Ronnie Wynn sets him in motion. Throws it out high to Deuce Guidry. Guidry picked up defensively by Angelo Smith. Pass it over to Williams. Gets it back between the two circles. Looking for a screen. Takes it left side. Guidry on the baseline. Kick it out for another Wynn 3. This one won't go either. Rebound in the paint. Missed. Another rebound. Point blank missed. Back-to-back chances for Kelvin Walker. Roosevelt back with the basketball. Work it ahead and throw it away. Turnover against the Rough Riders. Gives the ball back to the Dickinson Gators. Kelvin Walker will bring it up to the midcourt stripe. Got it across the timeline. Picked up. Nash comes out to guard. Handles it with either hand. On a clear out. Hands it off to Wynn. Wynn peels it off to Guidry. Guidry to Walker. They'll run the weave. Walker now spins into a double team. Lost it for a moment, but Wynn was there to help him, and the travel called on Wynn. Walker nearly turned it over. Wynn did. Nikki Benson says hello and go Rough Riders, watching from San Antonio, Texas. Rough Riders are up against the toughest team they'll see yet this season. Here's a steal and a layup. It goes up and in by Malik Williams, and that's the way the quarter comes to an end. Dickinson up by 10. 1 quarter of the books. This is the quarterfinals from the 6th Annual Pirate Classic. Back after this on Rio Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Se reveló el secreto. La taquería El Zarape fue nombrada la número 1 en el área. Descubra por qué El Zarape siempre es la solución fresca y sabrosa para todos los apetitos al mejor precio. Desde ricos tacos calientes y platos de desayuno tradicionales a abundantes opciones de almuerzo y cena. Favoritos como el Corn Taco Combo, fajitas, tortas, tostadas, papas al horno y más. O el popular paquete familiar, perfecto para familias grandes y reuniones. Corra la voz sobre las ofertas de comida demasiado buenas para perderse. En la taquería El Zarape en todo el valle.
Back here in Hidalgo, Texas, and thanks again for watching. Hey, anyone else out there watching on the social media, send me a shout out. Where are you from? It's kind of neat to see where people are out there. I can keep track of the Facebook. The other stuff I'll have to keep on the other side, the YouTube, the Roku television, Apple TV, and of course on the website at riosportslive.com. Starting the second quarter of play, Rough Riders down by 10. We'll have the ball as we start play. Trying to advance to the semifinals in an 8 o'clock matchup with the Weslaco Panthers. Rough Riders get the ball outside to Nash, attack the baseline, and turn it over. Here come the Gators on the fly. It's Guidry in the front court. Pass it off to Horton. Horton attacks the lane, shot it, and made it. Horton with an athletic move. He's got 4. The lead is 12. Rough Riders beat the pressure, and here comes Angelo Smith. Hands it off inside, layup good, and a foul. Isaiah Nash on the finish. The 1 extra pass that time for the Roosevelt Rough Riders pays dividends on the made basket. And free throw opportunity coming up. Nash takes over the team lead in scoring. He's got 4. Stands at the line here, shooting 1. Rolled it off, no good. Williams got the rebound. Gators have the basketball, and on the attack mode is Guidry. Flip it outside to Horton. There's a long 3, well short. Offensive board, put it up and in. Kelvin Walker slipped in, got the offensive board, and a quick stick back. For Walker, he scores his first 2 points. Double team in the backcourt, and a foul will be called. They'll get Guidry on the foul, trying for the double team. Substitution into the game. Here comes Wiedermeyer back in for the Gators. Meanwhile, Rough Rider basketball down 12. Pass in the hands of Nash. Nash flips it over to Smith. Smith on the drive, sealed off, and another foul called on Deuce Guidry. That'll be his second in this trip down alone. Guidry appears to have hurt his hand. We'll watch and see what happens there. Inbound play for the Rough Riders. They'll throw it in to Angelo Smith. Smith on a clear out, works against the defense of Horton, who nearly steals it. Now a loose ball, it is taken away, and here come the Gators. In the front court, it's Walker. Outside it goes, off the dribble. Back to Williams. Reverses to Guidry, in the corner to Walker. Walker back to Guidry. He'll back it away. 6:20 to go in the half. Guidry got a screen, now takes it inside, dishes off on the outside, around the perimeter. It goes to Williams in the paint, shot it, missed it, rebound to the Rough Riders, who will lose it. Now hand it off. It's Sarah Smith. Now they pass it ahead. It's going to be Sean Moore. Layup, no, missed that. Rebound by the Gators. They want to run. Here comes Wiedermeyer. Wiedermeyer in the front court, hands it off to Williams. Williams backs away. 5:55 to go in the half. Got in the lane, hangs in the air, shot it, left it well short. Rebound taken down. Here comes Rashad Owens, hands it off, and here come the Rough Riders. Owens handling the ball, was tripped to the floor, and 5:44 to go in the second quarter. Play stops. 24-12 your score. It was a 20-10 lead for Dickinson at the end of the first. Substitution off the bench for the Rough Riders. Here's Kevin Heisen checking in, and he'll replace Sean Moore. Rough Riders to put it into play. High pass to Angelo Smith. Goes against Tremont Mark. Right side to Nash. Nash top of the key to Owens. Owens to Brooks. Brooks back to Nash. Nash makes a move. Got in the air. 16-footer splash. Isaiah Nash, athletic move that time and the finish. He's got 6. Rough Riders have cut the lead back to 10. Gators with the basketball in the front court with 5:14 left in the half. Off the dribble is Mark. Mark pulls up for a tough jumper, and that one rolls off, but it's tipped up and in. Kelvin Walker gets the stick back. 5 minutes left here in the half. Rough Riders from Roosevelt with the basketball. On the outside, on the dribble, is Owens. Pass it on the right wing. Nash off the dribble, gives it back to Owens. Reverse it left side to Heisen. In the corner it goes to Smith. Smith brings it back outside, looking for a screen. Got that at the top of the key. Out to Nash for a deep 3. That's too long. Rebound comes out, though, long to Osiris Brooks. Brooks with a bounce pass in the paint. Shot goes up, rolls out, no good. Missed, but another offensive rebound, and Brooks puts that one up, and it won't go. Rashad Owens missed. Brooks had a chance. Nothing doing for the Rough Riders. Gators with the basketball in the front court. Here's a 3 on the way in the corner. Count it. Gary Horton with a 3, and he takes over the team lead in scoring for the Gators. He's got 7. They've outscored the Rough Riders 9-4 here in the second quarter. Rough Riders with the basketball. Swing a pass on the left wing. Caught there by Nash. Nash puts it on the floor, goes strong to the hole, made it, and got fouled. Isaiah Nash attacked baseline, made the basket, and steps to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play. For Nash in the ball game, 8 points now. Wynn now picks up off the bench. He'll check in for the Dickinson Gators. Meanwhile, Isaiah Nash, the right-handed shooter, lets it go. Missed it. Walker has the ball for the Gators. Into the front court to Mark. Tremont Mark. Extended defense, wants a screen. Worked through that, handed off to Walker. Walker back out on top with 3:40 to go here in the half. Hands it off to Mark. Back outside to Walker. In the corner it goes. From Horton back to Walker. Walker to Mark. Patient set this time by the Gators. They'll reset the offense from the start. Smith comes out to guard Walker. Then he backs off. Now he's back on him again. Right side pass to Wynn. Ronnie Wynn whips a pass in the corner to Horton. Horton, top of the key. Off the dribble, inside traffic. Back out for a Tremont Mark 3, and that's no good. Rebound on the baseline, out of bounds off of Dickinson. Shooting percentage in this ball game for Dickinson, they are 11 of 22 overall, 50%, 8 of 12 inside the arc, 67%, 3 of 10 outside the arc, 30%, 4 of 4 on the free throws. Timeout called. We'll be back. It's a full timeout. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Since 1974, El Pato has been serving Mexican food that's hot, fresh, and made to order. Patos are handmade tortillas filled any way you want. Start your day with patos filled with eggs, bacon, chorizo, you name it. For lunch or dinner, savor our famous guisado, beef or chicken, on a pato or on a plate. And El Pato also cooks up tasty Mexican plates from fajitas to meaty, cheesy enchiladas, all from scratch. So dine in or carry out at any El Pato valley-wide.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palmview location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're waiting over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Back here after the timeout, 3:06 remains in the half. With the ball, the Rough Riders from Roosevelt High School out of San Antonio, down 13. And they'll beat the pressure this time and work it out and try to set the offense up. But the trap comes in the half-court set. Now they'll work it quickly inside. Layup goes up, no good. Missed by Osiris Brooks. Rebound in the backcourt, and here come the Gators into the front court. On the dribble is going to be Walker. Walker takes it, clear out. Now looking on the blocks, posting up, and the entry pass is knocked out of bounds. Wiedemeyer will touch it last. That's a turnover. Jalen Wiedemeyer was working hard to get that position on the blocks. Knocked it out of bounds. Rough Rider ball, 2:35 to go in the half. There's two different types of presses going on right now by the Gators. One's at the full court level, the other at the half court level when they back off. Rough Riders with the ball, and that's a near steal off the hands of Walker. Stay here. It's a diamond and one out here on the top. And then on this half court set, it's intense trapping by Dickinson's Gators. Osiris Brook now clear out. Straight man-to-man defense picked up by the Gators. Wynn comes out to guard Nash. Nash puts it on the floor. Quick double team. Gets it over to Smith, and he'll travel. Turnovers will not assist you against this type of a team. And I can say that regardless of which team I'm pointing at. And in this case, the Rough Riders need to take care of the basketball to get back in this game against the Dickinson Gators. Gator basketball, as Walker has it on the left side. Brings it off the dribble into the paint. Swings it outside to Mark. Tremont wants a three. That won't go. Rebound by the Rough Riders. And here comes Osiris Brooks into the front court. Tried to force a pass. That's kicked. Stop the clock with 1:42 to go in the half. Rough Riders retain possession on the offensive end. Another timeout on the court. With that timeout, I'll take one too. This is where our sponsors get their money's worth. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here at Hidalgo High School, this is a quarterfinal game of the 6th Annual Pirate Classic, and it features out of the Houston area, Dickinson's Gators taking on, out of the San Antonio area, the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Rough Riders in the white, trailing right now. They'll have the basketball on the baseline on the offensive end. They'll look to get it in. They'll do so quickly to Angelo Smith. Smith works it back to the outside, finds Osiris Brooks, puts it on the floor in traffic, hangs in the air, got fouled, and he'll step to the line. That stops the clock with 1:33 to go in the half. 20-10, Dickinson outscored the Roosevelt Rough Riders in the first quarter. Here in this one, a little closer margin, a 9-6 Dickinson lead in points scored. Missed free throw by Osiris Brooks. He's now 2 of 3 at the line. Second one coming up for Brooks. He's got 2 points in the game. Both of them coming at the free throw line. Makes that 1 of 2. Dickinson basketball. Tremont Mark throws over the top to Walker. They beat the pressure into the front court. Off the dribble is Horton. Charge. Horton took one extra step, and back there was Nash to pick up the charge. Gives the ball back to the Rough Riders, who trail 12 with 1:27 left. First half action. Coming up later on, Nicky Rowe takes on Los Fresnos, and then the semifinals will be set. Laredo LBJ already waiting there in the semi. So is Westico. On the dribble, Nash harassed defensively, and he'll turn it over. Wynn was low. Wiedemeyer was high. Now the official on the backside is going to say that was touched last by one of the Gators. It'll give the ball back to the Rough Riders with 1:11 here to go in the second quarter. Inbound play coming up. Working outside to Angelo Smith. Smith guarded by Ronnie Wynn. Hands it off, now reverse it over for a Nash three. That's way off the mark. Rebound, and here come the Gators into the front court in a hurry. Tremont Mark out to Wynn. Missed another three. He's not going to miss all those, my friends. Not on most nights. Nash with a quick overhead pass into the backcourt is somehow tracked down by Kevin Heisen, who lays it up and in. He beat Wynn to the ball and then took it to the goal. Heisen's got 4 points. 39 seconds left here in the half, all the way inside. How about that? Layup good, Walker. Calvin Walker kind of surprised himself he was that open. Laid it up and in. He's got 6 points. 28 seconds to go. Rough Riders back with the basketball. Heisen hands it off to Brooks. Back out on top, reverse it out to Nash. Nash, bounce back to Osiris Brooks. One hands it over. That's Angelo Smith. Back to Brooks. 13 seconds on the clock. Brooks off the dribble, hands it off to Isaiah Nash. In the hands of Smith, 7 seconds to go. Back to Nash, makes a move on the baseline, takes it strong, reverse layup, won't go. Rebound by the Gators with 1 second. That half-court shot by Tremont Mark won't go. We played a half, though, a quickly played half, and Gators maintain control. They lead 31-19. We'll be back after this. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Since 1974, El Pato has been serving Mexican food that's hot, fresh, and made to order. Patos are handmade tortillas filled any way you want. Start your day with patos filled with eggs, bacon, chorizo, you name it. For lunch or dinner, savor our famous guisado, beef or chicken, on a pato or on a plate. And El Pato also cooks up tasty Mexican plates from fajitas to meaty, cheesy enchiladas, all from scratch. So dine in or carry out at any El Pato valley-wide.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's Paint Department has everything you need for any budget. We carry professional-grade products from brands like PPG, Ralph Lauren, Czar Stains, all at great prices. With the newest technology on the market, you can see the latest color trends and visualize your next project. If you still need help, we can give you pointers and make suggestions based on what you need. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Se reveló el secreto. La taquería El Zarape fue nombrada la número 1 en el área. Descubra por qué el Zarape siempre es la solución fresca y sabrosa para todos los apetitos al mejor precio. Desde ricos tacos calientes y platos de desayuno tradicionales a abundantes opciones de almuerzo y cena. Favoritos como el Corn Taco Combo, fajitas, tortas, tostadas, papas al horno y más. O el popular paquete familiar, perfecto para familias grandes y reuniones. Corra la voz sobre las ofertas de comida demasiado buenas para perderse. En la taquería El Zarape en todo el valle.
Back here, we're at halftime, and we do thank you again for joining us here on RealSportsLive.com. We've been here for the first 2 days now of the 6th annual Pirate Classic from Hidalgo, Texas. We're in the quarterfinals. This is the 7th game of the day here in this gym. The final game will have the Los Fresnos Falcons taking on the McAllen Row Warriors. The winner of that will take on Laredo LBJ, who earlier defeated Wharton to get to that 9:30 semifinal game tomorrow morning. The winner of this one will play at 8 o'clock in the morning against the Westaco Panthers. Now, if Dickinson wins this, that means it'll be a rematch of last year's championship game in the semifinals, as Dickinson and Westaco squared off in that one. Dickinson won that by 18. Panthers won earlier. Dickinson trying to punch their ticket to the semis. There's 6 minutes left on the clock. Both teams still in the halftime locker room. We'll take a break. This is RioSportsLive.com. Back here, we're ready to start the second half of play. This is RealSportsLive.com. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Hope you enjoy the broadcast of these games. Someone asked me the other day about the play-by-play on this, and we do have fans out there that are traveling abroad listening to these games on their mobile devices. Yes, we've got video streaming, but there are a lot of people that listen to these games. And so I give a little more of a radio play-by-play. That's a combination of a couple of things. Having done 30 years of radio and more games than I care to count, you get the knack of doing more radio than you do television. And so I've had fans reach out and thank me for giving that, because it does allow them to be doing something like driving or something else without being able to have to look down to see what's happening in the game. They can hear it. Shot goes up by Dickinson to start the second half, and that one won't go, but Tremont Mark farts for the rebound. Can't get that one either. Rebound comes out, and they'll reset it again. Mark had several opportunities. Now a three launched by Gary Horton. That won't go, and here come the Rough Riders. Isaiah Nash takes it up, lays it up, made it, and got fouled. Nash attacks on that left side. He made the basket, and he'll head to the free throw line. 7:31 to go here in the third quarter. Fans out there watching, give me a shout out where you're watching from. It's kind of neat to watch that, especially on the social media side. If I can see it on Facebook, that's where I usually check on. Staten makes the, no, that's not Staten. Nash makes the free throw. Gators with the ball. There's a wide open look by Horton. That one won't go. Line drives out, and here come the Rough Riders on the fly. 3-on-2 break. Spin move. Layup. No travel. Angelo Smith made a terrific move. Call it a travel. Wave off the bucket. Dickinson with the basketball. 7:11 to go in the third quarter. Dickinson to the front side. They led 20-10 after the first quarter, outscored the Rough Riders 11-9 in the second quarter. And now lead by 9. Long three, that's wide open, but no good. Rebound, Staten keeps that alive. Get it in the corner to Horton. A lot of contact, that ball goes out of bounds. Touch last by Osiris Brooks of the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Those just joining us, Rough Riders are in the white uniforms with the red lettering. They are the home team on the scoreboard. They're currently trailing to Dickinson, the Dickinson Gators. There's a lot of contact. That shot goes in a foul for Gary Horton. Horton with the made bucket. He'll step to the line for 2, or check that for 1, to complete a three-point play. Missed it. Rebound. And here come the Rough Riders on the fly. Osiris Brooks has his shot blocked with a foul called. That's getting up near the rim, playing right there. Osiris Brooks went strong to the goal. Foul was called on Staten. Brooks will step to the line for the Rough Riders. I was wondering who are watching this game around the Rio Grande Valley. Rough Riders in the district out of San Antonio. San Antonio Wagner also in their district. Reagan in their district. So night in, night out, they see tough competition. Brooks' second free throw, short arm that one, missed it. 10-point game. Shot up on the corner. That's long and off the mark, and out of bounds it goes. Touched last, though, by the Rough Riders. That's one area where the Gators are struggling here in this ball game. They're 3 of 14 from the arc. Struggling, though. How about the Rough Riders? Haven't taken that many threes, but they're 0 for 4 as a team. Tremont Mark on a clear out. Gets it out to Deuce Guidry. Splits with a double team and shot it and made it. Deuce Guidry with a big step. Got through a double team and easily made that shot. Rough Riders now have numbers, and here comes Nash on the attack. Lays it up. No good. Got knocked to the ground. He'll be fouled by Malik Williams. And Nash is playing with an injured ankle. Otherwise, you'd probably see him finishing above the rim. Still leads the team in scoring as he steps to the line here. He's got 11 points. First one good. Second one coming up for Isaiah Nash. He's 2 of 4 at the free throw line in this game. Missed that one. Wiedemeyer with the board, and here come the Gators. Into the front court, Guidry again trying to go through traffic. Ball knocked out of bounds. Who touched that last? They'll say the Rough Riders did. I think it was Daquan Kindred. We got a fingertip on that ball. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Dickinson basketball out of bounds on the baseline. Lob it up high, caught by Wiedemeyer in the corner. There's a Horton three. Missed that. Rebound. Wiedemeyer put it up, and he got fouled. Jalen Wiedemeyer, listed at 6'5", steps to the free throw line for Dickinson's Gators. Free throw good. Wiedemeyer ready with another. Missed that, wave it off anyway. It's a lane violation against the Dickinson Gators. Gives the ball back to the Roosevelt Rough Riders, who at some point in time in this ball game are going to have to put some points together. They can't be content to exchange baskets now with Dickinson. After falling down 10 points in the first quarter, they pretty much played even. Now a steal, and here comes Deuce Guidry. Left-hand layup, got it to go. Guidry with a nice finish, and here come the Rough Riders in the front court, nearly a travel. They'll lose it anyway, and here come the Gators in the front court again. That's going to be Mark, and that's a charge. Getting back to draw that charge was Rashad Owens for the Rough Riders out of Roosevelt. Substitution off the bench for Roosevelt. Here comes Kevin Heisen into the game. Off the bench for the Gators is Kelvin Walker. Roosevelt Bell. On the dribble, Owens hands it off. Still in the back court. Kindred has it, gets it back, now throws it away. Nearly stolen by Tremont Mark, and he just couldn't hang on as he stepped to the out-of-bounds line into the bleachers. Rough Riders, well, that's one way to break the press. They'll set it up on the offensive end on the inbound play. Throw it in the backcourt, near a backcourt violation. Brooks on the dribble. Off the dribble, work it over to the right side. Back to Brooks. Brooks takes it in the lane, hangs in the air, flipped it up, no good. Rebound, Kelvin Walker. Gator ball, work it to Mark. That ball stolen, and here come the Rough Riders in the front court. Kevin Heisen elevates, laid up and in. Heisen just sized up the defense that time, found the right angle, and put it off the glass. Back on the other side, Horton. Handed off outside to Walker, reverse it out to Tremont Mark, pulls up, jumper, and bang. Tremont Marker's got 4. Rashad Owens has it for the Rough Riders. Hands it off to Brooks. Brooks to Kindred. Better get it across that timeline. They'll do so. Now they'll find a pass inside for the easy layup that goes up and in by Isaiah Nash. How do you leave him alone? Leading scorer on the team with 14. Haven't put those points on the board yet. They will. Tremont Mark splashes outside to Williams with contact. And a foul will be called on Mark as he was delivering that pass. Should be 40-28. That's your score. They had not put the points up for the Rough Riders. We're set at 40-28. That's the right score. Rough Riders with the ball. In the front court, it's Owens. Owens steps through a double team, hands it off to Osiris Brooks. Need a bucket here for the Rough Riders to get this to single digits. Abdul Kadir takes it off the dribble. That's Ali Abdikadir. And there's a contact and a whistle and a foul called. They're going to get Malik Williams on that one. 3:29 to go here in the third quarter. Rough Rider basketball in the backcourt. Osiris Brooks waiting for him at the midcourt stripe. Stands Kelvin Walker. Brooks brings it front side. Hands it off to Nash. Nash with a bounce pass over to Abdikadir. Back over to Nash. Nash on the baseline. Attacks, shot it, got fouled. Stops the clock with 3:11 to go. I'd like to see Nash play when he's 100%. He's had ankle injuries dating back to last year, I'm told. 14 points here in the ball game at the line. Makes the first. Now 3 of 6 at the free throw line for Isaiah Nash. Next one coming up. Made that too. Rough Riders have cut it to single digits. Gators have the ball. Still in the third quarter with 3:07 to go. Walker with the ball to the free throw line to Wiedemeyer. Gets it right back. Over it goes to Mark. Mark pulls up. That's a tough angle. That won't go. Rebound by the Rough Riders. Can they get the outlet pass? Nothing doing. Ripped out of the hands, and Wiedemeyer's fouled. He just reached in and just muscled that right out of Rashad Owen's hands. And then Jalen Wiedemeyer got fouled. Stopping the clock with 2:48 to go in the third quarter. He'll shoot 2. No good on the first. Ronnie Wynn checks back in the game for the Gators of Dickinson. Not only did they make the championship game last year, they won the championship here at the Pirate Classic last year. Next free throw by Wynn. Or Wiedemeyer, that is. Makes that one. Substitution off the bench. Angelo Smith checks in. Ali Abdikadir has a seat on the bench for the Rough Riders. We're down 12. Nash has the ball. We're down 11. In the backcourt to Brooks. Fires a pass. They've got numbers if they hurry. Smith attacks on the shot. Won't go. Got his own rebound. Got fouled. Over the back comes Wiedemeyer. Smith had a 2-on-1 for a split second. That hesitation turned it into a 2-on-2. It was a contested shot, which he missed, and then Wiedemeyer came over the back. You can see the difference there on, if you watch on the replay. The quick step after the catch, it's a 2-on-1. The hesitation made it a 2-on-2. Missed free throw by Smith. Substitution ready to check in. Here comes Gary Horton back in the game. Wiedemeyer will have a seat on the bench. 2:34 remaining here in the third quarter of this quarterfinal game. That one misses off the mark by Smith. Rebound, and here come the Gators. Quickly to Wynn. Wynn for 3. Missed that one. Fell to the ground. Rebound comes out to Osiris Brooks. Brooks hands it off to Nash. Nash goes baseline. A lot of contact there. He stepped out of bounds. Took that extra big step on the baseline and got just a little bit of the line. Turnover gives it back to the Gators. Gators with the ball. Walker plays catch with Tremont Mark. Inside to Horton. Back to Mark. Over in the corner for a win 3. Missed that one too. Rebound in the hands of Kelvin Walker. Gators get a reset. Back outside to Tremont Mark. Mark looks for a screen. Got that from Horton. Swings it over to Walker. Walker tried to hand it off with a one-handed pass. That won't work against good athletes. And then the ball's turned over by the Rough Riders as Brooks runs in to Smith. Minute 40 left here in this third quarter. Callan Row Warriors walking towards the locker room. They'll be in our next game. They'll take on the Los Fresnos Falcons. Wynn with a pass outside to Walker. Walker with a jump stop. Pass it out for a Tremont Mark 3. That rims out. Rebound for the Rough Riders. The outlet pass into the hands of Brooks. Now he can push the issue. 3-on-2, and he missed Nash. Got him behind the shoulders with a pass. You lead Nash with that easy. It's a layup. Minute 20 to go, third quarter. Gators have led throughout. Like I said, after that first quarter, it's been a back and forth ball game, but you have to account for those 10 points unanswered by the Rough Riders in the first quarter. Fadeaway jumper, that one rims out, no good. Rebound by the Rough Riders. They'll control it in the backcourt, work it to Brooks. Brooks has numbers now, a 3-on-1. Attacks, lays it up, made it. No pass that time by Osiris Brooks. He just flat out realized he had a layup. 10-point game. Dickinson Gators want to go for one shot here. Tremont Mark swings a pass to Walker with 34 on the clock. Walker and Mark play catch near that sideline. Mark guarded by Atkins out there on an island. Handed off to Mark. 21 seconds to go. Back in the hands of Walker. Walker and Atkins right there on a one-on-one. 15 seconds on the clock. Down to 12. Walker looking for a screen now. Here comes a double-team switch. That ball's deflected, picked up by the Gators on the drive. It's Williams, put it up, no good. Rebound in the paint, picked up. Fadeaway jumper at the buzzer, won't go. Well, it's a double-digit lead, but it's down to 10. That's what we were at the end of the first quarter. Rough Riders still trying to figure out where to get those points. Gators enjoying the lead. Back after this with the fourth quarter on Real Sports Live.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action in communities all around the world. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Back here, and we're ready to start the fourth quarter, and hope you're enjoying this broadcast here on RealSportsLive.com. We had 8 games for you, or make it 9 games yesterday. Yeah, 9 games yesterday. Total of 7 games today that we'll broadcast. And then up to 5 tomorrow that'll come from this one gym. Rough Riders basketball, and Roosevelt once again will have to figure out a way to offset the 10 points they were outscored in the first quarter by the Gators from Dickinson. Nash on a clear out, works against the defense of Williams. Here comes a double team, throws over the top of that. Rough Riders now peel back outside to Atkins. Atkins hands it off to Brooks. Brooks attacks to the elbow, pass it outside. No shots developing right now for the Rough Riders. Brooks has it again. Nothing there. Good defense played by the Gators. Brooks attacks, forced the shot, missed it. Rebound by Tremont Mark. Here come the Gators in the front court. Right side pass, Staton fires a pass for a Horton 3. That won't go. Rebound, there's Mark. Put it up, rolled it right out. Rebound taken down by the Rough Riders, and the ball stepped out of bounds. David Atkins. How Tremont Mark missed that shot, though, I don't know. The only thing you could do that's any more efficient would be take a little hop there and throw it down. Wiedemeyer hands it off to Horton. Horton to Guidry. Guidry back in the hands of Horton. They'll play catch with 6:53 to go here in the final quarter of play. Ball loose, picked off. Steal, and here comes Osiris Brooks. And he's fouled in the front court. A hard foul by Deuce Guidry, who picked up some early fouls has been on the bench for a while and picks up one here. 6:44 remaining. That is the 9th team foul on Dickinson. 1-1 for Osiris Brooks with 6:44 remaining in this game. First one good on the 1-1. He'll get another. He's now 5 of 7 from the line. Here comes Ronnie Wynn back in the ball game for the Gators. Brooks misses on that. Missed free throws. Opportunities gone by the wayside. It's an 8-point game. That's as close as we've been since that first quarter. Wynn has the ball, nearly traveled. Takes it outside. There's an intercepted pass, and in the front court for a layup. It goes up, no good, and a foul call. David Atkins goes to the line. Same thing with Atkins as we saw earlier in the first half. You attack that goal to make that shot, and you've got a chance at a three-point play. Now he's going to have to earn them at the line as he was cradling the ball down low, waiting for the contact, expecting to get fouled instead of expecting to make a basket. Atkins ready with the free throw. Looks for his first point of the game. Made it. Now as a team, you start looking around where 8 points come from. Now 7. Roosevelt Rough Riders can look no further than right here at the free throw line where they're just 10 of 18 as a team. Atkins ready with the next one. Made that. 2 for 2 on the trip. 6-point game. 6:27 left here in this ball game. Rough Riders have closed the gap. Wynn with a big step. Takes it inside. Fires it outside. Horton open 3. Made a couple early. Misses this one. Gets his own rebound. Works it in the paint. Big step, but a whistle blows. 2 shots coming up. Horton to the free throw line. Gary Horton with 9 points leads the team in scoring as the Gators have spread it around. Staton has 6. 2 shots coming up for Horton. Rolls the first one out. As a team, they're 6 of 9. Next one coming up for Horton. Missed that one badly. Rebound, Wiedemeyer couldn't control it, but it goes off the hands of Roosevelt's David Atkins. Substitution off the bench. Horton will have a seat. For the Gators, who suddenly look up and are only leading by 6. Still 6 minutes left in this ball game. Mark has it. Tremont makes the move against Osiris Brooks. Out it goes to Kelvin Walker. Walker steps back, hands it off to Mark. Mark against the defense of Brooks. Spins. That's a tough angle. Rolls it in. Tough shot that time by Tremont Mark at the elbow. For Mark, he's got 6 points. Back to an 8-point lead. Brooks has it for Roosevelt. Directs traffic. Points Owens to the middle of the court. Hands it off. Owens to Nash. Nash to Smith. Smith. Nothing there for him. Nash wants the ball on that right side. Didn't get it. 5:19 to go. Brooks attacks in the lane. Lays it up. No good. Rebound taken down by Staton. And here come the Gators ahead to win. Layup. No. Rebound. That's on the rim. Offensive goaltending. But just like that, a minute more has gone off that clock if you're a Rough Rider looking to get back in this game. There's now 5:07 left in this ball game. And it goes to the offensive possessions where you can see that they're having to work for every shot they're taking. It takes 20 to 30 seconds, sometimes 40 seconds to develop a shot. Atkins has it. A lot of times you call that a patient set, but when you're down in a fourth quarter, you try to score points. There's a layup by Wiedemeyer. He puts it in. That's off a turnover. 4:46 to go. We're back to a 10-point game. Brooks to Owens. Owens to Nash. Nash beats Wynn, pulls up, banks it, no good. Rebound, Wiedemeyer has it. In the backcourt, hands it off to Walker. Walker in the front court for the Gators. Out to win. Partially blocked on that three. Rebound was secured, then it was back tapped and stolen. Now Wiedemeyer with a layup, put it in. Rough Riders getting their hands on the basketball, but then they can't control it or hang on. 12-point lead, 4 minutes left. There's a steal by Wynn. Hands it off to Walker. Walker for the layup, missed it but got fouled. It went from 6 to 12 for the lead for the Gators in the span of a minute and a half. At the line is Kelvin Walker. First one smoothly goes in. Walker has 7 points and 8 rebounds here in this game unofficially. 1 of 1 at the line. Second one coming up right here. Made that too. Rough Riders will now have to go to work. They have to dig deep now. They're down 13. Gators can try to put this away with a couple of stops. A couple more turnovers, and they've got this one in the bag. There's a turnover. Atkins right there, the mid-court stripe, stopped his dribble in what coaches refer to as no man's land. You come across that timeline, you stop your dribble, you instantly created another defender on your backside, and that's the mid-court stripe. If you're there in the corner, then the sideline's a defender. So you're double teamed before you even have a defender come at you. Dickinson with the ball. Gators have it. Walker backs it back outside. Guarded by Kevin Heisen. Swings a pass over for an open Williams three, but that won't go. Rebound by the Gators. Williams has it in traffic. Took steps to get that freedom. Got him some space, but used the steps to do so. Ball belongs to Roosevelt. Clock stops with 3:21 left here in this ball game. Brooks brings it across the timeline. Right side pass to Nash. Nash on the drive at the baseline, falls to the ground. You can tell he is still nursing an injured ankle. Trying to gut it out here for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Mark has the ball, Tremont Mark, and the Gators. Looking to get to the semifinals. The winner here takes on West Coast Panthers at 8 o'clock in the morning. Mark has the ball poked away, recovers. Dribbles it with 2:36 left here in this game. Drives into the paint, flips it out. Stanton wanted a three, missed that one. That one goes out of bounds. 3-point shooting, well, it's nothing to write home about in this ball game. Dickinson, 3 of 22. Roosevelt, 0 for 4. Don't think Dickinson can't hit threes. They can, just in this ball game, that's not falling. Stanton has it out to Walker, gets it back in the paint. Layup goes up, missed. Rebound comes out long to the Rough Riders. Here comes Sean Moore. Moore tried to get the shot away, and he'll travel. Gator basketball. 2 minutes left here in this ball game. Now the whistle blows, stopping play with 1:51 to go. In the backcourt, Tremont Mark brings it across the timeline. Double team comes on him. He'll flip it over to Deuce Guidry. Guidry splits a double team. Roosevelt trying to trap. Nash comes out there to guard him. Guidry, too quick for that. Dribbles through traffic, gives it back to Mark. Mark on the dribble, drives into a triple team. Gets it back outside to Walker. Back to Guidry. Now they'll spread the floor. Play stops with 1:23 left here. Free throw time for Deuce Guidry. First one good. Guidry will get another. Made that. $16-point game. And that, my friends, is a 10-0 run by the Gators after the Roosevelt had cut this to a 6-point game. Rough Riders now with the ball. Abdikadir passed it off. Now they go inside to Nash. A lot of contact there. That one goes out of bounds. Off of the Rough Riders. The official on the other side says, no, let's keep it here. Rough Riders will have the ball. 1:08 to go. Abdikadir pass it outside to Owens. Reverse it over to Moore. Long three launched and missed by Brooks. They're 0 for 5 as a team beyond the arc. Under a minute left. Gators will slow the pace. Looks like they're going to win here. And then you got to figure out how to get some sleep on a cold night. Get up in the morning and tip it off at 8 o'clock in the morning against the Wesco Panthers. That's what the Gators will be facing. There's a reach and a foul on Nash. Stops play with 34 seconds to go. And Tremont Mark will step to the free throw line. Next, Los Fresnos Falcons take on the McAllen Roll Warriors. Free throw no good by Mark. Gets his own rebound, tipped right back in his hands. Bounce pass out to Guidry, 29 seconds to go. Guidry to Staton. Back to Guidry, 23 seconds on the clock. Guidry defended by Abdikadir, just on a show. One hands it out to Staton. 13 seconds on the clock. And Dickinson one step closer to getting back to that championship game and looking to capture the title again as they did last year. Play stops with 4.6 seconds to go. Guidry will shoot a free throw here. .6 seconds to go. Guidry misses. Rebound by Nash. 2 seconds to go, and that, my friends, is it. Gators actually hold the Rough Riders to just 3 points in that fourth quarter. After the game was down to 6, it was all Gators. They advance. They'll play Wesco tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Reminding you to watch the archive and reminding you to come back and watch the next game as Los Fresnos takes on McAllen Row. Until then, I'm Joe Bowling. This one's in the books. 51-35, your final score. Good night, everybody.
Hacienda Ford would like to thank those on the front lines for your sacrifices, your commitment, and for keeping us safe. Thank you.